Are there good bets in the sector? We're joined right now by Adrienne Tennant. She is with us. She's an analyst from FBR Capital Markets. Adrienne was named the top-ranked analyst in her industry by Forbes last year. Adrienne, always glad to have you on with us. Are there any standout names in this group? I mean, do you think that it's safer to bet on retail than it was, say, 6 months ago?
You know, 6 months ago, the environment was very, very different, and I think people were very skittish. As we go into the back half of the year, the comparisons become so easy, quote-unquote easy, compared to last year, that I think you are going to see investors want to play this space for the back half. Now, we have seen a significant run-up, and what we're saying is that probably investors are going to take a little bit of a breather as we go into June and July. Q2 is seasonally the weakest of the year, so a little bit of concern there. But I do have a couple of bets that we're making. We still like Chicos, and that ticker is CHS. They are a women's retailer. They also own White House Black Market, which is about a third of their business. White House Black Market is already comping positively, and we saw a really big improvement from -17 comp in fourth quarter to about a -3 comp in the first quarter. That's a big improvement. New management, we continue to like that one.
But the stock has had a pretty good run-up in the past. It looks like 2 months. You think it can keep going?
You know, we actually had it on our top picks, and about a couple of weeks ago we saw the valuation. We took it off the top picks, but from a fundamental standpoint, they still are doing everything right. So we still have it as an outperform, but you have to be careful about buying here, and so we would definitely want to be buying it kind of in the mid-9s, if you can see it there, if there is a pullback in the space.
Right now it's trading at 10.19, so maybe a little bit rich, but you say fundamentally it's a good pick. Overall, do you think that unemployment is still really the #1 headwind that the average consumer has?
You know, it's interesting because I think that along with unemployment, there was also, you know, a big psychological factor with the markets coming down. So what we're actually starting to see is a positive wealth effect. So the market's coming back, people are feeling a little bit better. Those who actually had the capacity to spend at the end of last year and going into this year refused to spend because they were so skittish and nervous about their 401k, et cetera. So we are seeing that higher end consumer maybe, or the person who has the capacity to spend, actually return.
Adrienne, it's Betty here. You know, is that partly the reason why? I mean, interesting, because Monica had pointed that out, that Walmart is actually down today despite those retail sales numbers. I mean, I thought these discount retailers were going to do very well, or discount companies.
Well, the discounters are still doing well. I think from a stock perspective, that was the play, that was the defensive play in the back half of last year. What we actually started to see in the past 2 to 3 months was this notion of chasing beta, so taking a little bit more risk, playing some of these riskier names, and a lot of those have actually ended up returning much more than, say, a safer bet. So I think there was a change in kind of the psychology, the sentiment of the investors.
Adrienne, we only have about 40 seconds left, but one more stock for us.
American Eagle, teen name, again, new management on the product side. We really think that the back half will show this new fashion orientation to the product, so American Eagle is our teen pick.
And you're not worried that teens actually have a higher unemployment rate than the national average because a lot of professionals are going to work in retail, for example?
That is true, and a lot of these retailers are pulling back on part-time, which is the teen guys. So that teen unemployment's about 20% now. But you know what? They have a need to spend, and they will spend it when we get toward back to school.
Adrienne, we thank you so much. Adrienne Tennant there from FBR Capital.